Welcome to the April Astrology for Pisces, Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, Ascendant. Thank you for joining me. My name is Donna Page, and Pisces Venus will be spending most of the month in your sign, late degree Pisces, for almost all of April. And April's such a busy month. It is the time after your birthday. It's a time of moving forward, getting things going. Even though the energy's a little topsy-turvy, well, it is topsy-turvy, and you can see a lot of change around you, doesn't mean that it rocks your boat too much. Especially Pisces, if you are the Pisces at the very end of the sign, around the 17th, 18th, 19th. You could feel that because Venus is sitting on top of your sun, that even with this crazy energy in all places, there's a protection around you. Now, we begin the month with Venus does start in Aries, so she's going retrograde, remember? She went retrograde from Aries in your second house of your own self-worth, your money, your finances, your abundance, your talents, saying, hey, I do have talent. I can create this. Then she's dipping it, so she's still there at the very end. Then she dips back into your sign on the 3rd, where she'll be for almost the rest of the month. And that is doing things for yourself. Reconnecting with yourself. A lot of this is self-love. It's like, yeah, there's parts of me that is really great. Yeah, there really are. On the 6th of April, Saturn goes retrograde. Saturn is going retrograde at a very special degree in the sky at 27 degrees Sagittarius. It's a collective center. It is about finding our center. Finding that place within ourselves where we do feel I'm in alignment with the center of what my purpose is. And Saturn, when any planet stations retrograde or direct, it has more power that time, right? Because it looks as the beam of that vibration is just shining down on us. And Saturn is in the sector of your chart that represents your career, who you want to be in the world, what you want to be known for. So there's that reversal energy. There can be some rethinking about, hey, is my career on the path? Am I on my path? Am I in alignment with the bigger picture of what is important for me? And am I, because it's in Sagittarius, am I being true to myself? Sagittarius has a lot to do with truth. It has a lot to do with integrity. And connected with Venus in your sign is true to self. On the 9th, we have Mercury going retrograde from Taurus. And this is all about communication. It's saying that there could be people that you get back to. I haven't heard from this person. Maybe I want to get back to this person. It's about rethinking your way that you want to communicate. It can be going over things. You could decide, you could go get back to a book that you've been reading. It can be going back to a course or some learning experience that you have been involved in the past. And also, there's an element of electronics in cars that is connected with this. How much money do I want to put into my computer? How much money do I want to put into my car? So there may be something that comes up where you decide to make a change. Now, that said, generally it is not advisable to purchase electronics under a Mercury retrograde, but sometimes it's just something that is necessary to do because things break down, etc. But how you can work with this energy is just planning. if things are a little bit on the brink, if you're thinking about fixing your car or getting another car, there's planning. Because see, Mercury's in Taurus, and Taurus is about the material. It's an earth sign, which deals with the material side of life. And Taurus is about abundance, it's about prosperity. And it can be the financial aspects of life also. On the 11th, April 11th, or April 12th for some parts on the planet, we have the full moon in Libra. And the full moon in Libra is highlighting your money sectors of the chart. So here we go around the finances again, and the abundance of the money. And it's connected to a part of the chart that represents resources from other people, or from out there in the world. It can be other people know this, and this would be really good for me to know. Let me connect with them. It's about sharing and giving. Is it balance between what I give to others and what they give to me? Do we split the checks when we go out? That type of a thing. And it's a complicated full moon, but there's a beauty in this full moon. It's complicated because it's connected with Uranus and Pluto, which are Uranus wants freedom, Pluto wants change, Uranus wants change too. So and with the moon in Libra, it's about relationships, fairness, peace. And Jupiter is there in Libra too. It really wants to expand relationships, but relationships that are fair, that are equal, that are peaceful, that bring you a sense of harmony into your life, and that are balanced, because it's a full moon. The sun is over on the other side in Aries. This is what about me? And for you, again, it's highlighting that sector of your chart that has to do with your personal resources, which is a lot more than money. It's your talents, and it's your gifts that you came onto the world with. It's about expanding them and really feeling. It's like, wait a minute, I have so much to give. There's so much in me. Maybe I haven't developed all my talents. Who on the planet has? And this is an illumination time where you can see, yes, I want to develop this more. The Mercury retrograde says, well, maybe I need to learn this, and maybe I need to invest in this in order to do that. But it's worth it to me. On the 15th, and this is emphasized once again about what's worth it to me, Venus goes direct, and she's going direct from your sign. Now she's going direct, she's connected to Chiron, which is healing, love, in your sign, self-love. So wherever you feel that you've been wounded in life, or there's a healing energy there. Venus is also connected with Saturn when she goes direct by a square. Now she's sort of what's called in orb the whole month, so there's this seriousness about love for the whole month. And if you are in a relationship and it's not working out for you, if it's not balanced, then you might say, it might be time to say, I'm just not getting enough out of it. Or you could have a serious conversation about what's working and what's not working. Because Saturn is vibrating in your solar 10th house, it also can be a serious conversation with people you work with. It's like, I'm not getting enough out of the effort I'm putting in here. When can we talk about a raise? It may be about that too, or just a rethinking the financial rewards that you are getting from the effort that you're putting out there to the world. Now, when the sun goes into Taurus on the 19th, and then the following, 11 days, it's reconnecting to where Mercury went retrograde in Taurus in your third house of communication, rethinking what it can be good for you to learn, what can be useful for you to learn, that will increase your abundance factor, your prosperity factor. And yes, the sun going to Taurus, it's slowing down a little bit. It's appreciation of life. It is about gratitude. It's about really feeling the there's so much that the earth offers us. The earth, look at all that she gives, the abundance on the planet. And you may find that different things cross your path, the computer screen and just different ways where you acknowledge, it's like, wow, there's just so much out there for me to appreciate and to embrace and feel. That is especially true because the day after the sun goes into Taurus, Pluto is going retrograde again, that power point for the planet when it goes retrograde or direct. And Pluto is vibrating in a harmonious sextile with your sun energy, but in your sector of the chart of friendships. And there can be a sense, a feeling of, do I appreciate the people that call me a friend? Do I appreciate, do we have mutual appreciation for each other? And how can I empower myself through connecting with others, through belonging, finding that? Do I feel empowered with friendships, or do I feel disempowered or controlled with them? So there's a little bit of taking a deep look at that and perhaps altering whatever doesn't work around that. On the 21st, Mars is going into Gemini. And when Mars goes into Gemini, it's shifting over into your solar sector house that represents where you live, family, endings, beginnings and endings, the subconscious. And Mars in Gemini is a lot about thinking, communication, talking, information. And it is saying that you could be getting information through dreams. You're very intuitive, through dreams, through that inner sense of, I don't know why I know this, but something just comes along. I was in the bathtub and I had this thought of things that could bubble up, because it also represents your subconscious. Ideas that come up. It's like, oh, so maybe this is where, maybe I should think about this, or maybe this is why I respond to that person this way. And it's an intellectual thing, but it can be very useful in figuring things out, detaching from the Piscean emotional depth and going into, oh, wow, this is interesting, isn't it? I never thought of this before. So those aha moments. Also on another level, just a very mundane level, it can be that here's your home. Mars is in Gemini. Gemini has to do with communication and paper. You just go through papers and stuff in your house and you just clear it out. It's like, why am I letting all of this mail pile up? Let me clear out some things. It also represents, and this goes back to something else that was going on, where you can look at, bring some more communication devices into your house, or that you decide that there's, maybe I want to replace this, replace that, change your email, your internet provider, anything that has the communication with home. You could put some effort or energy into doing that. The new moon in Taurus is on the 26th of April. And once again, that's highlighting the Mercury retrograde that went retrograde in Taurus, about communication, being able to, that feeling of valuing communication, connecting with other people, little trips, information, what do I want to learn that it can bring me a stronger feel. And also, this is also part of it, is that you can have these mantras or these affirmations that come your way, that you start to think about. This is very good. This energy is perfect for this. That on the new moon in Taurus, which is about abundance and prosperity and being able to manifest creative visualization, prosperity and abundance and all the luxury things that Taurus represents into our life, that for you the key will be through having an affirmation, because it is in your house of the mind. It's in the house of thinking. And yes, it can be that you get a workbook out. That would be very good. A journal book out. That would be very good. Listened to maybe a CD recording or some type of a seminar. That would be really great. And the aha moments that come help you in that manifestation of really feeling that gratitude and abundance that is all around you and even more coming into your life. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a glorious and very happy April.